welcome into tonight's broadcast from Rockingham Speedway. Just finishing up the last minute of practice, and this is the Southern Speed Shop Racing League Cup Series. Excited to be back after a week hiatus for Thanksgiving. Hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving. We are back in action to begin the second half of the season as the points battle is very, very close between our top five drivers. So look for those guys to be our number on the fight all afternoon. Once again, my name is Justin, and thanks for joining Wilkes Productions broadcast of this race this afternoon. We're just as these drivers finish up practice here on track. A few facts about Rockingham Speedway. It is a 9/10 of a mile D-shaped oval, 22 degrees of banking in turns 1 and 2, and 25 to 3 and 4, and 8 degrees of banking down the straightaways. This track is known to eat tires, so tire conservation will be key this afternoon. As we see Alex second on the qualifying board right now, or on the practice board, my apologies. As the HenderCars.com Chevrolet Wyatt Mitchelson is taking to the track. Frank Skimmerhorn on track. And there is Brantley Bryant in the 52 Chevrolet. It's gonna be interesting this evening here. The track is very abrasive, as it's still old pavement, and it's got a weird kink in the front stretch as you pass the start-finish line. You got to turn the wheel even harder to the left. So it's not a traditional D-shaped oval. You do got a kink that you got to work around. It gives a really weird entry into 1 and 2. So you'll see these drivers searching for grip, trying to get the best run through 1 and 2 that is humanly possible. Alright, and that will wrap up practice. As we get to qualifying, looks like we're going to have 10 drivers competing here this afternoon. we see Dustin Hardy here during qualifying. Let's see what he can run. Looks like Alex is number one on the board right now, followed by Wyatt Mickelson, Dustin Hardy, and James Jones wrapping out the fourth position. As Jones brings it across the line backwards. The 27 car here making its qualifying run. And let's see what the 27 has here in qualifying and see where he can run down. See if Gonas can knock off Alex for that P1. No, Dylan Gonas will slot in P4 lap number 1 as he begins lap number 2, as it looks like the 60 car, excuse me, is making his first attempt at qualifying here. Ryan Holler in that beautiful Kroger 60 Mustang. Dylan, the 27, goes up to third here. Poured on the Coles lap 2 of qualifying. Do you have anybody else? And there's the 52 of Bryant making his first qualifying lap. Let's see where he slots in. As Holler goes to third on the boards. Good run for him. Let's see what the 52 has. Lap 1. Got a little squiggly in 3 and 4. He will slot in P3, dropping Holler down to P4. Good lap, even though he did get squirrely coming to the line. See if he can improve on lap 2. As Holler goes right back to P3. Can he overlap that time? Yes, Brantley goes to P2 with that amazing lap. Let's see what Dylan Gonez has in the tank. He will stay P5. As we still looks like we're not going to have two cars to qualify. Dylan's just getting some extra practice in during this downtime between qualifying and the time the drivers have to start the grid. Like I said earlier, I hope you all had a very wonderful Thanksgiving, and hope you all have your Christmas shopping done, as we had Black Friday and Cyber Monday yesterday. So hope you all got your Christmas wishes, and if you didn't get anybody in your family a subscription to iRacing, go ahead and do it now. They have a sale. So while the drivers are getting going here, this is the Southern Speed Shop Racing League. And your starting lineup for today's activities. On pole in the inside is going to be the 72 of Alex. Next to him on the outside of row 1 will be Brantley Bryant. On the inside of row 2 is going to be Wyatt Mickelson. On the outside of him in the 60 car will be Ryan Holler. Followed by the inside of row 3, we have Dylan Gonez. On the outside of him, we have the 17 of Dustin Hardy. Inside of row 4, we have James Jones. And on the outside of him, we do have the 75 car. And rounding out your field today, in the 5th and final row, on the inside is Frank Skimmerhorn in the 54. And on the outside of him should be Jeffrey Herrick. Once again, thanks for tuning in. And we are about to get these cars rolling. Beautiful looking cars. We got a couple Christmas paint schemes. You got Dustin Hardy rocking the Santa Claus. And behind him, it gives me the old vibes of the old vibes to Christmas, the happy holidays. 75. Got milk? Yeah, we got milk. Do you? And it does not look like Herrick is going to make the grid. We'll see if he's going to start from pit road. .200 laps around this 9/10 of a mile. Fast, high banked asphalt track. We'll see who has the tires and who has the fortitude to get it done. Rockingham has been known to create some good racing as we are green flagging. Alex spins the tires as the 60 gets collected. Oh no. Caution is out right away off the go. We'll take a look back here at what happened. It started with our front row here as Alex did not get a good start and just bottlenecked the whole field up. And Ryan Holler just gets run over by the 17. Nope, spins it out himself and then slightly hits the 75 car. Not the start we wanted to see this afternoon early on. But that is one thing about putting the power down here at Rockingham, also known as the Rock. And this place is tricky. So it's a very tricky track as we are seeing now. And as the field is finally caught up to the pace truck, and we're gonna go single file behind the pace truck real quick. Sorry about that. We're gonna catch up live here. I do want to welcome back everybody after the Thanksgiving weekend. Now, this track was brought back courtesy of iRacing and Dale Earnhardt Jr. as well. Exciting to see racing back at this historic track. It was always one of my favorite tracks growing up, watching the races here. The racing here is fast, furious, and typically known for a long green flag run. So, not the start we wanted to see here, but we're going to get re-racked and re-squared away, and the drivers are going to pull them belts tight one more time and refocus and not let that initial start drag their day down. Now, lights should be going out on the pace car right now. This time by, and we'll get one lap to go here. As the lights do, in fact, go out on that Chevy Silverado pace truck. Real quick, I just want to give a shout out to our sponsors. We have the Hardy Setup Shop. If you need any setups, go ahead and hit up Dustin and his team over at Hardy's setup shop. They'll get you a competitive setup that will take you to the front. KD Designs. It wasn't his fault, I swear. And obviously our friends over at the Southern Speed Shop as well. Thanks for them sponsoring. And HMS. If you need any propane or natural gas accessories, go ahead and give them a call or email. And last but not least, our friends over at Outcast Motorsports, which I am proud to announce that I am a member of. They are an amazing team. If you're looking for fun, exciting, go ahead and hit them up. As that pace truck is going to take that hard left-hand turn onto the pit road, we are going to go green. As the 52 leads us this time by, gets a good jump. Give a 2-car length leads to the 52 car. Alex hot on his heels, followed by Wyatt Mickelson. Then we got Dustin Hardy looking to get on the back bumper. As we got the 52 going around, that's going to bring out our second caution flag. And our race leader gets loose. We'll see what happened as we were going through the field. Yeah, just gets that bump in 3 and 4 and just around he went. Good save for everybody to get around that. Yeah, that's initial start. Oh, give me 1 second. We have a little of an issue. There we are. Yeah, no, our leader just went around, and that happens here. This track is notorious for that bump in 3 and 4. If you don't hit it right, you're going for a ride. And unfortunately, for our race leader, he went around. As we do see a little contact from the 60, he will be making his way on the pit road. Frank Skimmerhorn up 2 from where he started. As we saw the 60 coming down pit road, he'll going to get that service attention from his pit crew. And it did not look, unfortunately, like Herrick will be able to make it, as I do not see him on our live timing and scoring. As lights are going out on the pace truck one more time. On the inside once again for this third attempt at the restart will be Alex in that 72 car, and it does not look like anybody's on his outside. Showing it should be Wyatt on the outside of the 72 car to get going. And we'll get them double file before we hit the green flag. As we are green again, the Chevy Pace truck is pulled down. As we pick up our race leader at battle for the lead, that 17 car is hot on the heels of our 72 car. Hard charge. Ooh, how he did not spin Alex, I have no idea. That was a dive bomb and a half, but he saves it. That 17 is car is up there, and we got some 17 and 72 fans here in the chat cheering their drivers on as Hardy will get in the wall. That'll allow 3 wide for the race lead. Can they all three save it? Yes, they do. And unfortunately, the big loser to that is the 72 of Alex. He will drop to the 3rd spot as Dustin Hardy powers around the outside of that 3 wide. Hardy looking to go back to victory lane. He's not been to victory lane in quite some time. I think 5 weeks ago was the 5 or 6 weeks ago was the last time we saw Dustin Hardy go to victory lane. Even longer than that, I think Daytona. As we see Hardy disappear off our screen for a second, and he's back. That's something to watch for here in iRacing, that if that continues, he will get a black flag from iRacing, and he'll have to go pit to fix that connection issue if he has it. As Alex falls under attack from the 27 car, Dylan Gonez trying to get underneath of Alex. Alex is starting to fall back a little bit now after that 3 wide move. Alex takes that spots away from him. That gives Brantley the inside of Gonez as Gonez gets a good run on the high side down the back straightaway. He will keep that spot. And not far behind him is the 60 of Ryan Holler. Right off of his back bumper is James Jones. Off of his is Jerome Cooper in that beautiful holiday Mustang. And last but not least, our buddy and the man we all adore, Frank Skimmerhorn, holding up the caboose. As we go back to the battle for the race lead, these two have been hot and heavy, hand in hand, week after week. That 61 car of Wyatt Mickelson going to the attack of the 17 of Dustin Hardy. Hardy fends him off for now. If there's anything I know about Dustin, he's hungry. He is not wanting to let these young guys beat him. It's going to be interesting to see what he can do in the next 185 laps. Maybe today is his day. I know he does like the Rock. As we got a 3-car battle right here for this 3rd spot between Gonez, Bryant, and Cheesecake, as everybody is referring to him as. And Alex has lost one more spot. He did start on the pole and has fallen to 5th spot. So not looking good early on for Alex right now. But he'll bounce back knowing Alex has that battle for that 3rd spot is heating up. The 52 squeezes it on the outside as they both are gaining on that 61 car. The 52 has found something high, wide, and handsome. He's got the momentum on that high side. Can he make it work? This 27 tries to side draft as we got a battle for the race lead. We got a 4-car battle for this race lead as a 52 gets an insane run off that top line. Maybe drivers are going to take note of what the groove he gets. He's going back to the high line through 3 and 4, keeping that momentum up. He's going to try to make it the battle for this race lead interesting. Don't look now, but that 52 looks strong early on. As he's going to get 2 for 1. No, he gets pinched off by the 17. As the battle for the race lead, these 3 cars are under a blanket. Don't count out Gonez. He's right there with them. And this is slowly pulling Alex back into the fray as we got a battle for the race lead between 4 drivers all under a second. As we see Hardy get in the wall ever so slightly, but somehow keeps it as a battle for second rages on between Bryant and Mickelson. Who has it as the 27 Gonez brings that Mustang back into the picture. Says, don't count me out yet. Yeah, as the 61 was our not a race leader, but in second, has fallen in 10 short laps to 3rd. That 52 car of Brantley Bryant looking strong early on in the going. He's going to look down to track down the 17 of Hardy. And that brought the 27 of Gonez with him. So Mickelson falling back to 4th. Now starting to fall into the clutches of our 72. Now Now they've evened out a couple car lengths in between. That 52 close it within 2 car lengths, 1 car length, half car length. He is there. He is, excuse me, making that high line work for him early on in the going. As this is the first time we've seen the 52 up here since the drop of the green flag, as he's going to dive underneath. Gets a good run off of 2. Drag race not quite there, as he's going to have to concede that spot to Hardy, as Hardy's going to wash up the track trying to take the high line. Gives the 52 the inside lane. Drag race down the front stretch. Hardy at the line. But don't look now, they're catching the tail end of the field as they're going to have James Jones in their crosshairs. The 52 kind of gets a little crossed up. Ooh, as Hardy bounces off the wall heavily. That's going to allow the 52. Nope. As we got a caution flag.
What do you got for temps there?
Let's see who we got, as it looks like, oh no, Gonez having a good run. In third, just gets loose and just cannot save it, and hard into the wall, and then inside barely catches that retaining wall. And will save it. He'll bring that Mustang to the attention of his crew. They'll get him all fixed up, ready to go, as these drivers should have one fast repair like they've had in week past. So the 27 decides to pull it into his pit box. Frank Skimmerhorn gonna be good for him here for this caution flag, and that is a huge break for James Jones, as he was looking to go a lap down if they would have stayed green. As we are underneath our fourth caution flag, we will give our sponsors another shout out here. First and foremost, thanks to iRacing for making all this possible. And like I said early on, if you didn't come in when the broadcast started, go ahead over to iRacing.com. They have the Christmas sale going on right now to the end of the month. If you or anybody you know wants to join us here on track, go get a membership. 25% off for returning members and 50% off for new customers. So go ahead and give them the stocking stuffer for iRacing. As usual, a huge shout out to the team behind this, all my team over at Outcast Motorsports. The guys that are part of this is amazing. If you want a fun group of guys that you can just have fun with and go race every week, go ahead, check out Outcast. HMS, propane and natural gas accessories. Go ahead and give Sam Hardy a call or email, and you'll get squared away. As well as our friends over at Southern Speed Shop. You need a setup, they got you covered. As well as KD Designs. Yes, it's not K's fault. And last but not least, Hardy Setup Shop. Dustin Hardy has many setups you can choose from. If you need custom setups, let's get them going.
Green flag.
As we are back to green, as a check of the 61 does not get a good start. That's going to bottle the whole field up. Unfortunate, that was not the one they wanted to see happen. Oof, that was a violent start. That was the whole 3 wide. Holy cow, the 52. Man, that is Crazy as Hardy's loving this, as the whole field is now under a blanket here. 72 fall under attack by the 76. The 76 has nowhere to go as Ryan Holler's in his way. Now the 76 gets by the 75 car as a 54 of Frank Skimmerhorn dives it low off of turn 4. He'll come back around. Good job for Frank with making that move stick as we are single file now through the field. A huge lead, the most breathing room Dustin Hardy has had all afternoon long. Excuse me. As we look back through the field, single file, pretty spread out amongst our top 4. As this is going to probably give these drivers a chance to stretch these legs. Oh no, the 52 car of Brantley gets loose but saves it. Let's see what has happened as we were going through the field. Oh yeah, just gets loose. That trend, yep, 2 will do that to you down the backstretch, but keeps it off that wall. He'll lose a couple spots. Unfortunate for him, nobody else was collected in that. We stayed green, and like I said, this allows these drivers to a chance to feel out what these cars are really doing and give these guys a long run to see who's better. As Brantley has fallen to our 4th position, he's going to try to get back up there, but those tires have taken a beating with him sliding and saving it. Let's see what he can do. As this is the battle on track right now between the 60 and the 50, 61 and the 52 car here. Wyatt Mickelson and under the attack of Brantley Bryant now. Bryant gets a good run off of 2, closes in about a car length. Can't do anything with it. He'll go to the high side. Wyatt will stay low in that 61. 52 has got good momentum as Wyatt slides up ever so slightly. Battle is on for this 3rd spot. The 52 car is the only car really making that high line work as he diamonds that exit of 2. Gets a good run. Now we'll see what he can do. He'll set his sights here on the 72 of Alex. As Alex is slowly starting to reel in our race leader. It is under a second, flirting right around a half second. So we will see what we got going on here. Now I have to ask Alex. We have a fan in our chat here saying for Judy Hobbs. We'll have to get the backstory on that there. As that battle for the race lead rages on, the 72, that Cheesecake Mustang, making his presence known as a 52. Where did he come from out of nowhere off of turn 4? Now a 3-car battle for the race lead. That 52 gets shot out of a cannon down the backstretch, making that high line work. As do the 52 and the 17 get together ever so slowly off of turn 4. Here they go side by side. Dead even at the line. Couldn't tell you. Now the 52 enters low as we see Alex slightly get into that wall, but for whatever reason, he gets a good run off of that wall. It seems like almost bouncing it off that turn 2 apex wall is it does the trick as the 72 goes around the 17 car. Dustin Hardy has fallen back to third, give the race lead over to Brantley Bryant. What does Alex have for that 52 car? The 52 car has been a strong contender week in and week out. And unfortunately, the 27 of Dylan Gonez is many laps down. Unfortunate day for him, but next week is a new day. So we'll see if he can come back out next week and put on a show. We'll see Alex coming back on that low side. Trying to make it work. We got a battle for the lead and battle for third heating up. As we go back here, Hardy's under the attack once again from Mickelson. Mickelson looking strong right now. Closing down on the back bumper of that Santa car. The 61 gets a good run as Cooper holds up the rear of the field, followed by Frank. Battle between James Jones and the 60 of Ryan Holler. Holler makes that high line work. As we got a battle for third between the 17 and 61 car. Mickelson has it. Hardy's going to try crossing him over. Can't quite do it. Give that position to the 61 car, but don't count out Hardy. Ooh, Hardy has to break it. You saw the smoke. Gets into the wall ever so slightly. As I was saying, even though you get into that wall on two, you get a good run as they're going to do a little bump draft in here at the Rock. Oh, no. I don't know if that's hard feeling, so we're going to watch from here. But for whatever reason here on the sim, it does seem like once you get into that wall ever so slightly into it, for some reason is almost like a speed grip hack because you hit that wall and you get a good run as you see right here. You hit that wall and it's like a rubber band as the 17 is gonna loop it around. Will that bring out our caution? Yes, it is. Caution flag is out. Hardy just gets loose after taking the wall twice. We saw that live. Now the question is, what do these drivers do as we are going to hit the quarter way mark here in today's race? As the whole field was going to make their way down. Maggie has 4 tires and fuel. We'll watch these guys go to the attention of their crew. We'll see. I'm going to guess 4 tires and fuel for just about everybody. 61 misses his box. That's going to be a disadvantage here as it looks like, yep, 4 tires and fuel. Who gets off pit road first? The 52 is down. The 72 of Alex gets a good run. The 61 is going to follow him out with James Jones coming behind him, followed by Ryan Holler. Cooper in the 75 car, and Brantley is still on pit road. So is Dustin Hardy and Frank Skimmerhorn. Well, this is the racing that the Rock produces here as the lights are out on that Chevy Silverado pace truck. As the rest of the field is making their way. As that pace truck's gonna make that hard left-hand turn, gives that race back in the hands of Alex in that 72 car. As this race is slowly becoming a race of attrition, Green is in the air. Alex gets a good jump, separates himself by 3-4 car lengths. As Mickelson's trying to run him down. Alex with the race lead, followed 5-6 car lengths behind is Wyatt Mickelson in that 61 car. Behind him, out of nowhere, the 60 of Ryan Holler up here fighting for a podium right now as we just crossed the quarter mark. Followed by the 17 of Dustin Hardy, the 76 of James Jones, and Brantley Bryant, after a long pit stop, is under attack from the 75 of Cooper. Jerome drove that deep, saved it, thought better of it, and not too far off of his bumper. Heavy damage on the left front of that Chevy Camaro. Sorry, Frank Skimmerhorn. Just riding around getting the points. It's anybody's ball game as we're hitting this quarter mark as we see that heavy damage still on the left front of Dustin Hardy's Camry, but not looking like it's affecting him too much. Beautiful looking 60 Kroger Irish Springs Mustang for Holler in third. And of course the HendrickCars.com Chevrolet of Wyatt Mickelson. And of course, the gold cheesecake himself leading the field, Alex. Beautiful paint schemes as always every week. Real shameless plug here. Dustin Hardy and Jeffrey Herrick both paint. So if you need paints or anybody you know needs custom any work done or sim shots, go ahead and give either of those fine gentlemen a buzz. As the 72 looks in his mirror, we'll see the 61 of Mickelson starting to close that gap. What does the 61 have for the 72 car? As this bat for fourth still rages on between the 76 and the 17, as Jones is bringing the 52 with them. As they're going to try to thought better of it than going three wide. 52 trying to make it three wide. Bottom, middle, and high side of this racetrack. As the 76 gets around the 17, the 52 is now going to try to go underneath the 17. As that will move Jones up to the fourth spot. Bryant trying to get around the 17. As Hardy's bounced it off that wall once again, but does not lose time. Now he will. Huge smoke up here as Holler goes around. Will bring out another caution flag here. Let's see what happens. My guess is he gets loose. Oh, off a two, just tries to curl act it down the whole backstretch, and no choice but to lock it down. And good heads up driving for everybody behind him. Whew, that could have been bad. That 52 car is back in third. Good racing so far. 60 laps in. This whole field, it's anybody's game as Mickelson says nope. As Hardy's going to go bring that 17 Camry to the attention of his crew. And I believe, yep, followed by Frank. Frank's going to bring that 54 Fire Rescue Chevrolet down to the attention of his crew. Once again, all the crew are Outcast Motorsports. So Outcast Motorsports is working hard on getting these cars repaired. As the right side's gone up on Frank Skimmerhorn, Dustin Hardy already topping off and feeling to go. Looks like Frank's going to go around and get 4 tires and fuel, and he'll be back on the racetrack. We are going to do what is known as a crank it up in this industry, and we will let the cars do the talking. As we pick it back up, the battle for the race lead rages on down the backstretch. Give it to the 61 into 3. As the 72 is going to try to wrap the bottom. Dry Grays give it to the 61 momentarily. But don't look now, that 72 car is trying to make that inside line work. But the 61 is going to have momentum and pulls even half a car length. Now Alex concedes the spot into turn 3. Gonna move up the track and go to where he wants, but don't look now. That's gonna allow the 52 car to catch onto the back bumper of the 72 cars. We got a 3-car battle for the race lead. The 72 is going to pinch that 52 down. 52 is looking for a slider. Can't make it stick. As the 52 drives it in deep. Going to look to do the slider. That's going to allow Alex to try to cross him over. No. 52 of Brantley says, nope. I'm going to get the round on the high side regardless. Once again, the 52 making that high line work. Now he's going to put that pressure on the 61 of Mickelson. This battle for the lead still rages on. We're going to go through the field here. At fourth place, if Ryan Holler has been pretty consistent all afternoon long, followed up by our earlier race leader, Dustin Hardy, who's falling under the attack of James Jones right now. Jones is up from where he started, looking good so far. And Cooper not too far off that battle between Jones and Hardy. And Frank Skimmerhorn still out there soldiering on in that 54 car. As this battle between the 17 and the 76 is far from over, Jones gets a little loose. That allows Hardy to have some breathing room. Can he regroup to track down that fifth place spot? As Hardy's closing down on the 60 of Holler for that fourth position. Alex all by his lonesome in third. As the battle for the race lead has kind of stabilized the last few laps. As these two drivers know each other very, very well. Mickelson and Bryant, they know each other really well. Who's going to drive defensive? Like, the 61's going to dive it hard. The 52 has to check up. As the 61 holds the race lead momentarily. 52 is going to try to do the bottom. Gives the 61 that high line so he can wind that rubber band up high and get a good run. But dead even as they cross the line into turn one. This side-by-side racing is bringing back the third place driver as the 61 of Mickelton gets a good run side by side down the backstretch going into turn three. Nobody giving an inch. They are door to door. As the 61 is going to prevail momentarily. As we were watching that battle for lead, Hardy gets around the 60 of Holler. So give Hardy that fourth position drop. Holler back to the fifth. As the 52 gets into the wall, that allows the 72 car of Alex to catch back up. This is a great battle for the race lead between these three drivers. As we see Holler still trying to go after the 17 car to get that spot back. Dustin has the preferred line, but that 60 car is making that inside work. That side-by-side racing is starting to allow the 76 of Jones to catch these two as we see Hardy hard into the wall once again in turn two. But he gets the drive off that corner as that caution is out one more time here. And I don't see anybody. Oh, Jones, hard contact for that driver's side. Let's see what happens. Oh, once again, he gets loose off of two, just like we saw Holler do earlier. But unfortunately for him, he cannot keep it off that inside retaining wall, and heavy contact to that driver's side as you see that left front quarter, and then he gets up into the wall. Heavy damage to that 76 car. He'll bring that car down to the attention of his pit crew, get that repaired, and be back out on track with us. We'll see different pit strategies maybe. We'll find out as we see Hardy, Cooper, And Skimmerhorn all making the trip down pit road to the attention of their crews. This will give us time for our sponsors, Hardy Setup Shop, K Designs, and the Southern Speed Shop as well. HMS Propane, Outcast Motorsports, and iRacing.com. Double file behind our pace truck, getting ready to go one more time as we are 20 laps away from the halfway point into today's activities. Who's it gonna be? As that pace truck's gonna take that hard left-hand corner on the pit road, as we are gonna be green. Once again, the 52 gets a good start. He's gonna jump out to an early lead. Single file pretty quickly through our top 7. As Jones did get his fast repair, he is backed out there and under fire. As it looks like Frank Skimmerhorn is now fully repaired and competitive again. Good to see Frank going on the outside of the 75 car, making that high line work. Frank Skimmerhorn making his way up through the field as we're approaching the halfway point. Now he's going to set his sights on the back bumper of our 17 car. Let's see if Frank can track him down as Jones gets around the 75 Cooper. Jones barreling down on the back bumper of the 54 car. Side by side, Jones has it. Shot out of a cannon through the middle of 3 and 4. Give that spot over to James Jones. As there's a second and a half between our race leader and our third place runner of Alex. Let's see if we can get a long green flag run going. As this will be the battle on track between the 76 and the 17 car. Jones closes on the back bumper of the 17, goes low. Let Hardy have that high line. Does Jones have the momentum on that inside to make this pass stick? No momentum on the side of the 17 car. Hardy momentarily keeps that 5th place spot. Gets a huge run off the turn 2. As the battle for the race lead starting to close back down between the front 3 runners. We might have to paint a bullseye on that turn two wall for everybody to hit. Because, man, I have never seen people hit a wall and get a run like these drivers are getting. That's pretty crazy to think. Let's see if our race leader, Bryant, will do it. No, he sticks to the low side this time. As the battle for second is starting to heat up, Alex wants it back. What does he have for that 60 car? This 52 and 61. As we have another caution, and it will be James Jones once again. Heavy, heavy contact to the driver's side. Let's see what happens. He just gets loose off of four and just can't get it corrected as he goes through the grass. Nothing he can do but hold on and pray. Unfortunately, heavy, significant left front damage, and he'll tow that thing to pit road. As I did not see that Cooper is multiple laps down as well on pit road, so he must have had an issue. Race of attrition thus far. 6 cars still on our lead lap. It's becoming a race of attrition this afternoon here from the Rock. I apologize for that. Wintertime, everybody's starting to kind of get on the sick train. So bundle up nice and warm. And for all of you on the East Coast and the Midwest, all the snow that you guys are getting, I unfortunately have not had any here currently on the West Coast where I'm at. But it's coming, so winter is officially here. So stay safe out there as you drive to school, work, wherever. The roads are treacherous, and want to see all you guys make it home to your families during the holiday season. Excuse me. As the 52 and the 72 are putting on a show right now for this packed out grandstands here at the Rock. Once again, Rockingham, North Carolina, we are at for the 11th race of the Southern Speed Shop Racing League Cup Series. This marks the stretch to the championship run. We have 10 weeks to go as they are going to catch Frank Skimmerhorn and put him down one more time. Annoying Frank, he'll do the gentleman thing and get out of the way as Brantley gets into the wall hard. Oof, had to save that. Didn't know if he was going to save it. And gets a huge slingshot run. Oof. Good heads up driving between the 52 and the 54 car because, wow, he closed down on him like he was shot out of a cannon. As the 72 now goes by Frank Skimmerhorn. And unfortunately, that will put Frank Skimmerhorn another lap down. But with this showing, Frank should improve his points day. Now what can Alex do as he's going to fall in a couple car lengths behind our race leader, getting around us lower. Oh, caution is out. As it looks like Hardy looped it around the front stretch. Let's see what happens. Just push and hits the bump 3 and 4, and he gets a little loose, tries to save it, and just unfortunately, does he stay off the wall? Yes, he does. Oof, that could have been bad. So he will loop it around on the front straightaway, save it through the grass, not make contact. And this will give Frank Skimmerhorn one of his laps back. As the 72 and 52 are putting on a heck of a show. Yeah, a little bit of bumper tag there from the 72 to the back bumper of the 52 as Hardy's electing to stay out, trying to get points for leading another lap. Let's see what these race leaders do. Wyatt Mickelson brings him down, followed by Holler. Hardy stays out as we see Frank Skimmerhorn. Interesting. Let's see what calls. Let's see what these guys do. Right side's up. On all 4 of these cars, around to the left side. Who gets their team jacked up? The 72 team gets them good. In Houston, the 60. Who's got this lead off pit road? It looks like it's going to be the 72 key. Takes the race lead over on pit stops, and unfortunately that 52 car is still on pit road. Oh no, I don't know why he's having a long stop, but will he make it around before our race leader, Dustin Hardy, laps him? We'll stay glued onto the 52 of Bryant. The 54 gone. As the 52 car will stay on the lead lap, just barely. Alright, we are going green next time by. as we're going to have one more caution lap added on. Give us a chance to say hello to our sponsors one more time. Hardy Set Up Shop. Get a competitive and affordable setup. Go to Dustin Hardy and he'll hook you up with the best that he can offer. K Designs. Our folks over at Southern Speed Shop. Training? Go ahead and ask. They got it. HMS. Natural gas and propane accessories. The gentlemen and fine folks over at Outcast Motorsports. Looking for a fun group? And of course, our iRacing sponsor. Can't do this without them week in and week out. As we are going to go green this time by 72 car gets a good start. As the 60's trying to make a run at the 61 car, can't quite do it. Mickelson gets the jump he needed as Brantley. Oh no, as Frank Skimmerhorn looks like he loses it off of turn 4. Oh, gets hit hard into the outside wall, then the inside retaining wall, and oof. Unfortunately for Frank, I think that might be a day ender because he pancaked both sides. Yes, he's got major damages. The front tires are towed in. You hate to see it for Frank. Uh, but I do believe that this is going to end it for Frank. Had a promising run going, trying to get those laps back. But that's just that's racing for you. You hate to see it as we have 5 cars as we see Dustin Hardy now making that pit stop. So he's going to have more fresh tires on these guys. So we got under 70 to go, folks. 70 laps. Go by awfully fast here. As these drivers go around here under speed at about 20 some seconds. And a huge shout out to thanks for everybody tuning in week in, week out. I couldn't do this and have this channel without you guys, so thank you for your support week in and week out. And we're only going to go up from here with broadcast standards. So stick around as the rest of the season goes on. I got a few more tricks up my sleeve that is going to make its debut this season. So stick around for that and stay tuned. As the lights are off, these 5 drivers are going to battle 65 more times. Once again, they're just waiting for that pace truck to take that hard left-hand turn onto pit road. That's going to leave the race in the hands of the 72 car. Little shenanigans going on between the 17 and the 52 car. Now, as the pace truck makes that hard left-hand turn onto pit road, we're going to hit the restart zone. Green is in the air. Once again, we are green flag from Rockingham. The 61 got a little squirrely. 52 has tried to make it three wide going into turn one on numerous occasions, but they single file it out for the moment. Ooh, the 61. He's going to collect the 60. Ooh, caution is out.
Hey man, your mic sounds like it's a little far away from your mouth again. Just double check that.
Oh, we'll watch that again and slow it down, but yeah, we'll watch it here. The 61 just hits that bump. You can see the car unsettling and unloading. Just chasing it. Boom, hard. Nowhere to go. Good heads up driving for the 52, and unfortunately, the 60 just had nowhere to go and ends up collected in that as well. And yeah, doesn't look like there's too much damage on the 60 car, so he'll be good to go. 61, yeah, significant right front damage. As we see, the 52 dive onto pit road, followed by the 61 and the 60 of Holler. Ah, these guys are all going to get new tires. And I think the 52 is going to need a new change of pants because that happened right in front of a good heads up driver for him. It's the old saying here in motorsports, cautions breed cautions. As these drivers are getting anxious, as these laps continue to tick away, it's just going to get worse from here, folks. So strap in, because it's going to be an exciting conclusion to today's race. One to go as they double up behind that pace truck. Holler catching the field. Now two familiar foes starting on the inside. In the second spot, Alex decides to take the outside for this restart. We will see as our race leader takes that outside. Forces Hardy to take that inside. Let's see. Green is in the air. Ooh, not a good start for the 17. And he's going to get dumped. Oh, he's going to get dumped. The 52 just does not get off his back bumper. And then the 60 comes into play. It's one of those restarts where everybody's just stacked on top of each other, and unfortunately, around the 17 went from starting on the inside of row one. Um, you hate to see it. Caution after caution after caution. Uh, and I promise you, folks, this is not typical here in the Hardy Cup Series, but once in a great while. And apparently, after the 2 week, or not 2 week, but the week break from Thanksgiving, apparently the jitters are back because this has been pretty action packed and a lot of bumping and beating. So we'll see. We will see. As we get ready to take the green flag one more time, let's see what the 72 has. If he can get a good start on that outside like he did this last time, we're getting into what we call crunch time here. Who's going to have anything for the 17 or the 61, the 60, 52 or the 17? Who's got it? It's anybody's game. Once again, we're waiting for that pace truck to take that hard left-hand turn onto pit road, which he will do now. Give that race back over to Alex.
Green flag.
Alex back on the gas. Single file. We're going to keep an eye on these two. See if there's any bad blood between these two, the 52 and the 17. Gotten it in on numerous occasions. As we see, Hardy's going to try to save it. Can he save it? No, he's going to loop it out, but does he stay off the wall? Yes. Caution.
Good job, bud. Tell me what you got quickly.
Once again, Hardy brings out our, I don't even know, umpteenth. We're going to call it the umpteenth caution. I should really get a caution counter. And maybe bet, put a little wager on every week. Put a poll up at how many cautions you think every week. Yeah, that's a great idea. We're going to do that. As next week we have Michigan, then the Chicago Street Course. That's going to be entertaining to watch. And then we head over to the Indianapolis Motor Speedway after the New Year on January 6th. That's going to be a fun one. I'm looking forward to that Chicago Street Course on the December 16th. So make sure you're watching for that because that race is always entertaining in any league you watch or any type of racing. That is a fun track, very technical, and the drivers who can get around a track like that tend to prevail. Let's see as Dustin Hardy is back underway. He'll catch up to the back of the field. Now, where does our race leader start this time? Does he stay on the high side or does he go back to their traditional inside lane? As he's going to go back to the inside lane on this restart, keeping everybody behind him on their toes. That 17 car has been handing out bumper kisses to everybody in the field so far. Always entertaining when he gets in one of these moods to watch him. Once again, we're waiting for that pace truck to take that hard left-hand corner onto pit road. And with that, another restart commences. Here we go. Green flag in the air. The 52 gets into the back bumper of the 60 because the 60 does not get a good restart. That's going to allow the 52 to take over second. And now he's searching for that race lead. These two have gone at it.
There will be a caution. Lift, main fuel.
And another caution flag. caution came out, but I don't know for what. Stay tuned. We will give you the update with why that caution flag came out. And it did look like Hardy threw that caution flag. But I did not see it, as it looks like the 60 may have been the culprit, because he's bringing the 60 back down to pit road. As we see Frank Skimmerhorn making his way back out on track. 19 laps down. Good to see Frank back. As we see the 60 getting service from his crew. Left side's going up 4 tires in field for the 60 car, and down he goes. Nope, fixing some damage. Down away he goes. Now, which lane once again does that 72 car take, inside or outside, now that he's had the opportunity to do both? As we dial up, go back double file, Alex will take that inside row, giving the outside to the 52. We'll see what the 52 on the has on the outside. As the 52 and the 17 make up that outside row. Pace truck's gonna pull off as we are gonna go green. Alex bunches the field up, gets a good start, but that 52 is on that outside where he wants to be. Battle is for the second spot right now. The 61 underneath the 52. The 52 is going to take it for now. And he's going to chase down a race leader. Oh, the 52 gets a little squirrely. That's going to allow the 61 back underneath him. As the 61 gets loose now. Hard charging here with under 50 to go. 48 times around this 9/10 of a mile speedway. As that 52 is going to get the huge run down the back straightaway. Where's he going to go? Alex is kind of right there in the middle. He's going to elect to go high. Gonna try to use the momentum on the high side. And we have a battle for the race lead. As the 52 is on the outside where he likes it. He gets that run off of 2. But Alex has stayed right there with the majority of the back stretch. Alex is there. Battle for this third spot between Mickelson and Hardy. Hardy wants it. He's on the outside. Gets into the wall ever so slightly. Collects that car. Good driving from him. I don't know what we call that, but every time they hit the wall at just the precise time, it gives them, it like shoots them out of a cannon. As we see the 17 get a little loose, the 61 side drafts him. As we had a battle for the lead heating up, this top 4 drivers are battling hard. As Hardy will take over that third spot right now. As the 52 gets really squirrely trying to save it. He saves it now, but he's going to lose 1, 2 spots right now. Wow, he was loose all the way down the back straightaway. I was trying to save that car. And that will hand the race lead over once again to the 72 of Alex. Now what does the 52 do as he's going to try to track down the 17 car? And the 17 car is not going to make it easy to get around. As that 52 car has it wound up on that high side. But Hardy has the preferred groove right now going into turn one as they are both of these two drivers are catching our race leader. We'll see what they can do as Hardy gets into the wall. That allows a 52 to get on his inside. Hardy has the outside trying to make that high line work, and he does, for the moment, make that high line work. That, like, speed glitch right there, you see that 52 car as he gets back into the wall once again. But it's just that one spot I've been noticing in the wall that you hit just precisely, and you gain almost like 10 miles an hour, it seems like, on the guy in front of you. So these drivers are using that to their advantage as we see this battle for third right now. The 52 is under the attack from the 61 as that 52 is going to get shot out of a cannon again as the Hardy gets into the wall. He's going to lose 2 spots. Give the 61. They're not so fast, Hardy says. I'm on the outside. I'm going to make it stick. Battle for third rages on. Hardy has it. Let's see if he can go back up there and get back around the 52 car. Because that is not the car I can promise you that the 72 wants in his rear view mirror. As Alex has opened it up to about a second gap from him to the second place driver. As that battle for third still rages on between the 61 and the 17. 61 trying to make that inside line work. He has the preferred. Wow, he got a good run off the exit of 2 down the backstretch into turn 3. Good heads up driving for both of these drivers. As Hardy will slot in to that 4th position. That was a good battle for 20 laps. What can the 52 do? Does he have the time? Yes, he has the time, but can he track down our race leader? As Holler back here in 5th, trying to track down the 17. He's starting to close in that gap on the back bummer of the 17, as the 17 is once again closing on the back bummer of Mickelson. So these drivers are starting to close back in, for this battle for third is not over yet, and it's going to be a 3-car battle as we see the 60 get a good run, closes that deficit in half from the back bummer of the 17 car. 17 car gets in the wall trying to get the run. He's going to close the door on the 60, but the 60 is going to cut it down deep. He has to save that car. This is a good battle between Holler and Hardy. Holler has a run on the inside. He's going to try to tuck up right there. He stays on his bumper down the back straightaway. Holler rolling the inside middle. He's going to take that. But no, Hardy's going to try to come back on the outside. Hardy get a good run off of turn 4. This is going to allow that third place car to pull away as this battle for 4th rages on here. Hardy has a run back down the backstretch on the outside. Dead even going into 3 and 4 as Hardy gets him to log in, and Hardy's going to loop it around one more time, and he's going to make contact with that outside wall. And no caution. Caution's out. Hardy just pushing it hard and loops her around, and you know, we've seen it time and time again that these bumps are catching these drivers off. If you're not expecting it and you're racing hard, you're not paying attention to what the car is doing. And you know, around he went, but you know, not a lot of damage to that Camry. So he'll regroup. This will allow Frank Skimmerhorn to get one of his many laps back. As we saw Holler and the 17 car battling hard for that fourth position. Look like all of our leaders are coming down for what should be their final pit stop. No, Holler says, I'm going to stay out. And I want to lead a lap. As Hardy's going to come in as well. Holler is going to lead. Yeah, Holler will lead this lap under caution. As we see Frank Simmerhorn getting one of his laps back. Give him 17 down. With 30 trips around this 9/10 of a mile speedway. Oh, little pushy down pit road, trying to overshoot. Good tactics. As Hardy misses his pit box, that's going to be catastrophic for his race. Four tires and fuel for all these drivers. As the 72 will retain our race, the race off of pit road. What has happened to Alex? He's just kind of stopped there. Oh no. Does Alex have a problem? Alex is slow. Oh no, is Alex's race over? He is off the pace. Oh no, oh nope. He has bound pace, fired that Mustang back up, and is good to go. Maybe, yep, maybe an EOL for Alex. But Alex is back underway. And right now, our hard charger award right now will be going to the 60 of Howler and Frank Skimmerhorn as it runs right now. And in fact, Alex was given an EOL. So we'll watch him come back through the field. Now, what does the 60 have? It's been a while since he's been on the front row for a restart. Let's see what he can go with. 28 laps to go once we hit the green flag. Green is in the air. He gets a good jump, but that 52 not far off his back bumper. As the 52 is going to go high, Holler's going to go down to the middle, but Holler's got a good couple car lengths lead, but those fresh tires are coming. As the 17 gets around the 61 car, so give Dustin that third spot for the moment. The 61 wants it back, and don't look now, but here comes the 72 car trying to look on the inside. Doesn't have it, and Holler's doing a good job with those old tires, staying out front for the moment, but look at that run the 52 gets. He's going to look inside. No, Hardy's trying to catch it once again. Hardy will drop down to the 5th spot. As we got a battle for the race lead between the 52 car of Bryant and Ryan Holler going at it. Holler did good, but those 4 tires are definitely going to play dividends here. As he comes under attack, as he gets into the wall hard, he's going to spin it, and caution is out.
Sounds like a little far away from your mouth again. Just double check that for us, please.
Holler will bring out our caution this time. Just gets loose on the outside. Can't collected and ends up looping it around, and caution is waving. As each and every week and every commercial break we can get, iRacing.com for all your iRacing needs, merchandise, and whatever you need. Go head over to iRacing.com. They have their Christmas sales going on now, 25% off for existing members and 50% off for all new members. Outcast Motorsports. We're a fun group of guys. If you like to have fun, goof around, and make new friends, hit up Outcast Motorsports for more information. Sam Hardy over at HMS Sales and Propane Services. If you need any of those services, go ahead and email or give them a call. All the folks over at Southern Speed Shop, making all of your iRacing needs a priority. K Designs. They say, I promise it wasn't my fault, but are you sure about that? Head over there and get a design you need made. And once again, the man behind it all, Hardy Setup Shop. All your iRacing needs and setup shops, they can make one that custom fits your needs. So head over there, give them a shout out on social media. And like I said, this is the Southern Speed Shop Racing League Cup Series. We are here every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern here on the Wilk Productions YouTube channel. So tune in every week. Now what line looks like our Brantley's going to choose that high side on this restart, forcing Mickelson to go low in that 61 car. The wily veteran in the 17 is going to line up on the outside of that 72 car. As these are the four cars that are going to battle it out here with 23 laps to go. 22 when we get the restart. Green flag is in the air. Bryant plays with them, bunches the field up, jumps a good restart. And this battle. Oh, Hardy's going to loop it. Can he save it? Yes, he can. And we stay green, but unfortunately, that is going to cost Hardy some time. As this battle between the two young guns here, the 61 and the 52 of Mickelson and Bryant going at it door to door down this front stretch. The 52 has the slight advantage. 61 rolling that inside lane. 52 doesn't get the drive we normally see off of turn 2. 61 can stay with him and roll that bottom really well, as this is gonna be the battle here between these two. 61 gets a little crossed up off of 4, has to give the position to the 52 car. Time to regroup and see what he can do. As it 61 has got that good drive off the bottom, has not allowed that 52 car to get a good run off of turn 2 like he's been getting. As they both wash up a lane or more off the track. Good racing right now. This is just what that 72 of Alex wants to see. And if Alex gets into this mix, it will bring that 17 back into the fray. And unfortunately, it does look like Ryan Holler has decided to call it a day, as he is now 6 laps down. As the battle for the race lead has kind of balanced out right now. But don't look now. That 72 car has found something on this run. He is starting to close it down, regardless of those two not running side by side. He's running them down on just pure speed alone. So he is closed in on the back bumper of the 61 of Mickelson. So we're going to have a battle for the second spot heating up here soon as there's a second gap between first and second. Or first and third, my apologies. Little over a second now between first and third. What does Alex do? Where does he go to search for grip to try to get back up there for the race lead? As Bryant looking strong, diamonding each end of the speedway, getting the good run off at 2 and 4, setting him up for these fast straightaways. Alex searching for grip, trying to erase that deficit to that second position. As these guys have pulled away from Hardy, Hardy's just watching them grow smaller and smaller in that windshield. As we have 16 laps to go right now, 15 next time by. As the battle for the race lead is starting to heat up, the 61 is pulled away by a second over our third place driver. The 61 is starting to pile it on now as the laps are ticking by, as we have under 20 to go here from Rockingham, as these laps are ticking by very fast now. The race lead is stable at around 4/10 of a second. What can either the 61 or the 72 do to catch up to the 52 car? We will see as the race lead has grown to 7, now 8 car lengths. As the 61 is starting to fall back into the clutches, ever so slightly back into the third place driver of Alex in the 72 car. They're going yang for yang here, trading tenths of a second each lap. As the race leader now has over a second full gap. And he is pulling away. Our race leader is checking out over this battle for second. What can either of these two drivers do to catch that 52 car who's setting sail and saying, see you later? This is the battle here on track.
Caution's out.
Another
Hey man,
caution,
your mic sounds like it's a little far away from your mouth again. Just double check that for us, please.
as that will be Hardy bringing out another caution flag. Let's see what happened there. Just catches that bump off of 4. And for the second time through the grass, saves it, no damage on his car. And that is not what our race leader of Bryant wanted to see. He wanted to see it go green because now this brings them back to his rear bumper. And with under 10 to go, this is when it get good. Who pits for tires, if any? And if you do, are you taking 2? Are you taking 4? You don't need fuel. Let's see who decides to bring it down to pit road as our third and fourth place drivers decide to both take it down to pit road. Now let's see, are they going to do 4 tires or 2? Playing a little fuel strategy. If I had to guess, I would say 4 tires for these two. But honestly, I think even 2 tires would go. Let's see. Hardy Just gassing it up. The right side is up on the 72 car. Do they go around to change that left side? It does look like they are going to go and change 4 tires and get him back out here. So Alex does have 4 fresh tires, as Hardy looks like it was just a gas and go for him. As Frank Skimmerhorn will now get one of his laps back. So our top three, the top two stayed out, but our top three have old tires and the first car on 4 fresh tires. Let's see if he can make it go. Actually should get the not white flag, but one to go from our starter. As we will have 7 laps, a 7 lap shootout here from the Rock to end it tonight. As our race leader will take the inside, giving the outside to the 61 of Mickelson. You got Dustin, Hardy, and Alex. These top 4 are the battle that we have going. These guys are going to have a very few laps to settle it between the two. Is there going to be contact on this restart? We shall see. That 17 is on the back bumper of the 52 car. And remember early on in the race, the 52 did not let him get going and spun the 17 around. Could we see retribution from the 17 as we got green in the air? The 52 kind of gets a loosey-goosey start. Wobbles a little bit as this battle for second between the 61 and the 17. Let's give it to the 61 right now. Let's see what those 4 tires are doing for Alex. He's going to try to look on the inside of Dustin Hardy, trying to make these new tires work for him. As he's going to have the grip down low. He's going to have the tires, but does he have the time to get back up there and battle that 52 car? Or is it too little too late? As the no tires is, Hardy's driving deep to keep that third spot. And Alex says, nope, I want that third spot. I got the tires. I want to use them. As he's going to go low. As our race leader has almost a second gap on our second place driver. That is not what Alex wanted to see in that 72 car. As the laps are ticking by, we have 5 to go. What can Alex do? Can he run down? Does he have time? He does have the fresh tires. But can he make them work? Or did that battle for third take too much out of the tank? As we saw that 52 bounce off that retaining wall, off the exit of 4. As we're going to have 4 to go this time by. Alex has to make very quick work if he wants these tires to do anything, as that race leader is over a second away. Alex is trying to do everything in his power to get back up there and race for this win. As he's going to dive down on the low side of the 61. Can't make it stick as time is running out. If he does get around this 61 car, I don't think he has the time to get to our race leader. As the 61 has found the speed, he's going to drag that 72 back. That's going to give the race leader a second and a half. This is the battle for the second spot. And it will be another victory here in the bank for that 52 car, with these two battling hard as they are. Something major would have to happen. As Alex gets a good run now back underneath the inside a second. Unless these two get together as the 61 is in the wall. Oh no. 2 seconds is the gap, and this is the white flag lap. As your race leader is going to be the 52 car of Brantley Bryant once again here in the Southern Speed Shop Cup Series, as these two are battling hard for the second spot. Who's it gonna be coming down to the line? Give it to the 61 of Mickelson. Good racing for second spot. I thought those four tires were going to pay dividends, but Alex just got behind and just didn't have the time. As the race leader, it will be the 52 of Brantley Bryant. An amazing race here from the Rock. A lot of exciting lap after lap action here from all of these drivers. I think every driver in the field had at one point been up and led a lap, which is crazy to say at a track like this. So we will top three drivers are going to be to the waiting room as we have our third place finisher of Alex. We'll bring him in here. Alex, a hard fought third place. I know it's not what you wanted, but talk us through it.
Yeah, it was honestly a lot more fun than I thought it was gonna be. I thought this race was gonna be caution filled, which it was. Um, but yeah, I was not very. I wasn't expecting to be very competitive. Qualified on pole, I guess. I didn't have any incidents. I think that's the first time this season I haven't had incidents. It's a fun. It was honestly a pretty fun race. Brantley was definitely faster than me as the track got warmer, but yeah, I had a lot of fun battling with Wyatt there at the end. It was a good battle.
So I will ask you, did the four tire stop make it worth it?
I mean, I finished the same place no matter what. Um, I mean, Dustin was had no tires left, and I didn't know that. He said he said in the VC we're going to the front, and I saw him take I saw him take only fuel. I'm like, dude, that was why? And he was like, I have no tires. I'm like, okay. I thought I was gonna be a lot faster there than I really was. I guess not, but yeah, it was a really fun battle there with Wyatt.
Yeah, no, it was a good race. I mean, you led a handful of laps, and I think you were really one of the only ones to really run that bottom line at each lap. So was that just where you were comfortable, or just is that where you could make the time?
It felt like I could predict the bumps better on the bottom. On the top and one and two especially, the bumps, it felt like it was you either hit them entirely or you don't hit them at all. And that's why they were so inconsistent. You couldn't pass on the bottom because the guy on top would either have a way better run or as Wyatt did, he was on that wall. Um, yeah, it was fun. I'd like to give a huge thanks to Sarah. I know she's in chat watching, and I also want to give a thanks to the guys in the Minecraft realm because I know they were watching as well. Um, we have like a Minecraft realm for our school, so yeah, it was pretty fun. I'm happy to have no incidents and qualify on pole to get those bonus points. But hopefully next week. Where's next week?
Next week we are at Michigan. We are at the Super Speedway.
Michigan. I'm gonna have to buy that one, but that
We'll get
sounds
it
like it
for you,
could be a
buddy.
fun race.
it will. I will be honest with you. If you don't like the High Line, then Michigan is not the place for you.
All right, good to
Michigan
know.
is definitely a high line track. So
Yeah.
just heads up when you do get it, just practice running that high line because that's where the speed's at. But you didn't
All
hear
right.
that from the broadcaster.
All right.
But yeah,
Yeah.
no, good run, Alex. That should cushion your points day a little bit there. And yeah, I look forward to
Yep.
seeing what you can do Michigan. And then before we go on our holiday break, the Chicago Street Course, buddy. I know that's a race for you.
Yeah, I'm excited for that one. I don't own that track either, but I guarantee I'm buying that one with my own money. So,
Absolutely. Well,
yeah.
enjoyed watching you. You put on a show, and I know you wanted that win, but third place
Yep.
can't be too bad at that.
Nope, not too mad.
All right, we're gonna let you go and pull in our second place finisher of Wyatt. Wyatt, welcome to the podium once again. Tell us a little bit about how your car was all race long. You were strong.
Yeah, it was tight and loose. Turn exit two is really, really bumpy, so it got me loose a couple times, but it was good. It was a fun race.
Yeah, so I know that you and Alex are battling hard. Um, Talk us through that, cause man, you with no tire. Did you have any tires left, or did you just not want to
No,
take tires? You had none.
I had none left. I think I took my last set at lap 170, so I was 30 laps to the end.
Wow, and you were managed to hold off four fresh tires. That's pretty impressive.
The top line, man, it ripped at the end.
So I'm gonna ask you, and then I'm gonna ask Brantley too. What in the heck was going on with that wall in between one and two? It seemed like you guys would tap that and get shot out of a cannon.
Yeah, it's really the bumps coming out of two are really, really bad. So if you hit it just a little bit wrong, like the car is on the edge, it seems like, of just bottoming out. So if you just overdo it ever so slightly, it's just gonna bottom out and you're done. Especially if you hit the wall, you're definitely gonna bottom out.
Yeah, no, it was interesting to watch you guys go up there, kind of tap the wall, and it just shoots you out. Like which one of you guys figured that out first, or was it just kind of everybody was like, oh hey, this like speed glitch works?
Yeah, I've noticed it like by like last year almost, or at the beginning of the year when this was in officials. And I noticed if you hit it just right, it'll like you won't like lose speed. Kind of weird.
Yeah, it is weird, but you did it pretty well, and I know Brantley did too. But you guys were both hitting that
Yeah.
wall like it owed you money or something. So uh,
Yeah, yeah. If you just send
always,
it really hard into three and you hit that just right, it'll just rotate the card. I think that's what it does. Is it just helps rotate the card just enough so you can get that car straight out of four.
well, do you want to give anybody a shout out here?
Yeah, like to give a shout out to my fiance for letting me iRace all the time, and thank you for you guys for putting on the broadcast, and kind of missed you guys the last 2 weeks. Those past 2 weeks been a little rough, but I'm glad to get a podium finish at least. Thank you.
Yes, so I'll ask you while we're on this like three race stretch before we hit the holiday break. We got Michigan and Chicago Street Course coming up. Out of those two, which one are you looking forward to the most?
Michigan, Chicago street race. I'm gonna struggle. I already know it. It's fun, and challenging, but it's definitely tough.
I feel that one. Well, excellent racing from you, and you deserved it. And we're gonna let you go and enjoy it, and we're gonna pull our race winner in here and see what he has to say. So, congratulations once again.
Sounds good. Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
And now our race winner. This man needs no introduction. He's a hot shoe here in the series. Welcome back to the winner's circle, Brantley.
Oh man, I'm s- I'm so glad Alex's DDoS attack didn't come through 10 laps earlier.
Yeah, well, talk to us a little bit about the run, because I was talking to Wyatt about that. Turns two and four, it seems like you could get into the wall a little bit and it rotate the car. Is that what was happening with that, or?
Yeah, in the center of the corner. I know somebody did it in practice. I don't know who. Somebody did it in practice and obviously went like 3/10 faster than everybody else. But no, it's very similar to the Bristol wall bounce. It kind of it'll it either grabs you or it'll throw you off of it. And here it just throws you off of it. But no,
Okay.
it does help it does help turn the car, but it unsettles it so fast, and it's just I mean trying to stay off the wall so you keep a clean lap, and nobody can say that you bounced off the wall for a win. So
Absolutely. No, I was watching that, and it's almost like a 10-mile-an-hour difference between, not hitting that wall and, running a normal line. And it shot you off the backstretch. And yeah, you did it masterfully. So congratulations on excellent car control and keeping that car under you. And I know the next 2 weeks, are going to be a fun one. We got Michigan, the super speedway, and then we got the tight, windy Chicago course. So out of the 2 weeks coming up before our holiday break, you got anything exciting for us?
I'm gonna have fun in Michigan, that's for sure. Probably one of my I like that track a lot. One of my better tracks. Chicago Street Course. That can rot. Even though I did say that Rockingham can rot, but I ended up winning anyway. No, I think in the upcoming weeks we'll see what we can do and just kind of put together a good run. This track was bumpy wherever you ran. It don't matter if you're running top, bottom, on the apron, in the pits. It was bumpy. And
Yeah,
I'm sure the road leading now is bumpy too.
I could only imagine. You did it masterfully, and that final restart, man, you got to jump and just kept pulling away. I know you like to see them battle behind you, but holy cow, man, you had the biggest gap we've seen all race. The final restart. So congratulations on that, and one heck of a drive, dude.
Yeah, just kind of once everybody was like, you know what? Let's be a little easier on the restarts after the first restart happened, and then after that, everybody was pretty easy on it. I don't know. I think I was slipping it a little better, kind of being easier on the gas, and I was getting wide open faster than most people, so I was able to get out the hole better, and
Yeah.
just kind of keeping it underneath me, especially going to the corner like I did for the second caution. But I don't want to talk about it. Saved it, kept it going.
Yeah, we won't talk about that, but it'll be on air forever.
Yeah, I actually ended up not having a set of tires from lap 169, but I knew as soon as we went green, I was the leader, so I just got up front in front of wide and kind of slowed it down to maybe a few clicks and just kind of saved tire because I knew we raked about every 20 laps and 169. If you do 200 minus 169, it does not come out as 20. So I knew that there was going to be a wreck, and long and behold, there's a wreck on lap 190. Alex even said he was like, "Man, I thought you had another set of tires." I was like, "Nope, still running the same sets as 169, but our tires still felt good at the end. I just felt like once the track got hotter and I started running more at the end there, just something fired underneath my car and it just kept rolling."
Yeah, absolutely. Well, once again, congratulations for all of us here, and we look forward to seeing you the next couple weeks before we take that season break.
Yeah, just thank everybody on the car. One of Goons, OG Gear, Race EPI. You for broadcasting this. Brother Wilson Racing. Everybody for support me on for sim racing. If I can get in a real car, I would. Everybody for coming out. Frank with a solid comeback for a P5. I gotta give it to him. Man was 20 laps down, but didn't get out of it. So I think
He,
he should get the
our
he should get
Charger.
an award for that one. Yeah, he should get an award for
Yes,
that one.
I was just gonna announce that here that Frank Skimmerhorn in the 54 car has won the Hard Charger Award despite being many laps down. He suffered significant damage but fought back, and congratulations to Frank Skimmerhorn and every one of you guys that competed this week. And we look forward to see what the rest of you guys can do. And looks like the boss man himself joined here. So welcome to the booth, Dustin Hardy.
Who's the boss?
You are.
Oh,
I mean, do you not own this league and facilitate it?
it's a little something like that. But no, yeah, I was gonna hop in here and update you on the points.
All right, let's hear it.
Get back to it. Alex stayed in first. I moved up to second. Jeff dropped to third. Frank stayed in fourth. James Jones stayed in fifth. Brantley stayed in sixth. Wyatt seventh. Ryan Holler eighth. Jeff Peppers after missing like two or three races only fell back two spots to ninth, and then that's all the regulars.
Awesome, everybody. Congratulations again once to you, Brantley, sorry. Tongue tied there. We're going to end the air here Thanks for tuning in every week here on the Wilkes broadcast Productions broadcast. Ugh,